Hey everyone, this video will bring you another VGC Wi-Fi battle. I have a battle against Massi VGC, a very good German player. I'll link his Twitter in the description. Anyways, he's got a team of Heatran, Kangaskhan, Landis form, and a Sylveon, while I have the Kangaskhan, Thunderous, Heatran, and the Landorus. Anyways, I hope you can enjoy this battle. So I'm going to lead off with my Kangaskhan and the Thunderous, while Massi is going to lead off with his Landis form and the Sylveon. The Intimidate from Landorus means that my Kangaskhan won't be able to knock out the Sylveon unless with a crit. I'm just going to make a safe play by going for the Fake Out on the Sylveon slot and then go for the Hint of Our Eyes on the Landorus slot. If I went for the Fake Out and Hint of Our Eyes on the Landorus slot, on the Heatran switching, I would have lost a lot of momentum, so I decided to go for the Fake Out on the Sylveon. It did a decent amount of damage, and the Hit About Eyes does connect on the Heatran, and I revealed my Life Orb. I decided to switch in my Heatran to take a Heat Wave, and if he decided to stay in with the Sylveon, I would have been able to take the Hyper Voice quite well, but he decided to switch out into his Landorus. I'm not too sure why I went for the play I did on this turn, because the switch out was slightly obvious since the Landorus would threaten both my Kangaskhan and the Heatran. I went for the Power Up Punch, and it basically forced me to switch out, so I should have went for the Double Edge, and yeah, I could have played much better on that turn. So I decided to switch in my Landorus to take the Superpower, and he happened to get a critical hit. The Landorus is going to drop its attack and defense, so it's going to be forced to switch out on the next turn. His Heatran does go for the Earth Power on my own, and he got a critical hit, but luckily my Heatran did survive with 3 HP, and the Overheat was nearly able to knock out the Landorus. So it does confirm that it was Assault Vest. Since my Heatran is at -2, I decided to switch out my Kangaskhan, which would be able to take an Earth Power or a Heat Wave nicely. I decided to play safe by going for the knockoff, just so that Rock Slide doesn't miss. But the knockoff did connect on the Sylveon, which happened to show the safety goggles. The Sylveon does go for the Protect, and I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. I think I was trying to go for the Flinch. Sadly, I didn't get it. The Heatran does go for the Heat Wave, and it burns my Kangaskhan, and the Kangaskhan goes down. So in a way, it sort of was good, because their Heatran was faster than my Kangaskhan, so I wouldn't be able to go for a Double Edge unless I went for the Superpower on the Heatran and then a Double Edge on the Sylveon slot. His Sylveon does go for the Protect, and I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt on the Sylveon slot and then a Earthquake. The double did hurt me slightly, but luckily the Rock Slide from Landorus was able to connect on both Pokemon. Because of the Intimidate, the Rock Slide wasn't able to take it out, and I happened to get the Flinch. So as soon as Landorus went down, he had a free switch in the Kangaskhan, so he can easily go for the Fake Out. I was just hoping that he doesn't have the Power Up Punch. The Thunderous has Protect, so I'm just going to go for it. It just shows how good Protect Thunderous is. It allows me to stay in on turns like these. He does reveal the Helping Hand, and the Kangaskhan does go for the Sucker Punch. He decided to go for the Protect with his Sylveon. The Thunderous does go for the Thunderbolt on the Kangaskhan slot. His Kangaskhan does go for the Return, and it easily knocks out my Thunderous. And I'm just going to go for the Overheat on the Kangaskhan slot. Thankfully it connected, and from the Life Orb Thunderbolt damage, that overheat was enough to take out the Kangaskhan. So I have my Landorus and he still has his Heatran. There's no need for me to go for an Earthquake because I can just go for the Superpower. For some reason he went for a Helping Hand, probably because he knows that his Sylveon is dead anyway. The Superpower was able to knock out his Heatran, and even though I'm at -2, the Earth Power is easily going to be able to knock out the Sylveon, and I was able to beat Massi VGC. So I'm very grateful that I was able to battle him. Luckily I was able to battle him and Conan VGC in the same week, so that was pretty nice. I have a couple more VGC battles still left from VGC15 Battle Spot 13 season, I think. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Have a good day and peace.